Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM on Facebook live stream, and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Radio WA, ATL FM Cape Coast, KTU Radio Koforidua. Go digital on Spotify and the myjoyonline.com app. Coming up, strike by Guta enters day 2 as attempt by government to intervene fails.
They've made a definite statement. Mr. Bernice have called me a couple of times, and the statement is so clear that we are giving a hint to government to take a sense of urgency in the situation.
Details as fringe businesses bear the brunt of Guta's action. Also, Supreme Court Justice nominee Ernest Gawo admits he failed to declare his assets when he took office as a High Court judge.
You get home, you have to go write your rulings and come back the following. And it just got lost on me.
Also, small-scale miners describe as misplaced and hypocritical calls by Christian Council for immediate ban on small-scale mining to deal with galamsey.
The call for a ban is not what we can do to salvage the situation. It's a leadership problem.
And in business,
World Bank Group President expresses disappointment over Ghana's decision not to subscribe for a debt suspension initiative as the country struggles to deal with risk of debt distress. More on the Joy Business Report.
And reigning champions Prempeh College survived surprise and late scare from a Press B SHTS to qualify for the semi-finals of the ongoing National Science and Maths Quiz.
This is Prempeh College. Nobody can stand against the standard.
These and more here on News at 6 with me, Bernice Abu-Baidoo Lansah. Thanks for choosing us. Joy News, independent, fearless and credible. The details now. The strike by the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, to protest the high cost of doing business enters day 2 today. The group says the 5-day closure of shops is aimed at piling pressure on government to act quickly in resolving their concerns. Day 1 saw several fringe businesses crawling as a result of GUTA's action.
So we're having a union, a taxi union over here. So I'm the one who stay a ticket to them. If shops has been open, people will come and purchase or buy their goods. Today, no one is coming to board a car to their various destinations.
All right. Yeah, where can you buy? Na yeto ade Ghana yesika no so enti on hwe ma ye na bibia mba for ma ye
nukwa ni nyame ni e dey evidence na run it say na de bia me pie ba.
You heard the some fringe business owners. World National President of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obing, says they remain resolute in their decision to strike despite attempts by government to get them to back down.
They've made a definite statement, and that's what you saw in the markets. Mr. Bernice have called me a couple of times, and the statement is so clear that we are giving a hint to government to take a sense of urgency in the situation. And that statement have gone to government so loud and clear. And so that is enough. So for government to work on it.
You heard the president of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obing. Away from that, Supreme Court Justice nominee Ernest Gawo has admitted that he failed to comply with Ghana's asset declaration law when he took office as a High Court judge in 2020. He made this admission when he was vetted yesterday. Ghana's asset declaration laws require public officers to declare their assets at the beginning and end of their term of office. Justice Gawo told the Appointments Committee he filled the form but simply forgot to submit it.
The work of a judge is such that when you rise from your house straight to the courtroom, your whole attention is on court and attending to your matters. You get home, you have to go write your rulings and come back the following. And it just got lost on me. Just got lost on me.
Will it be fair if someone says that you were negligent?
Mr. Chairman, negligent is too strong. It got lost on me. I'm sorry about that. I've apologized even to the Chief Justice. Supreme
Court Justice nominee Ernest Gawo there. Now, the Small Scale Miners Association has described as misplaced and hypocritical calls by the Christian Council for the immediate ban on small-scale mining. The religious leaders are advocating for a ban on all small-scale mining activities in the country as part of efforts to deal with galamsey. Speaking to Joy News in an interview, President of the concerned Small Scale Miners Association, Michael Pepra, said the religious leaders should rather pile pressure on government to enforce existing laws.
We need to empower them so that at least they can go about their mandated duties to help us safeguard the environment. If now we place a ban on small-scale mining and we don't put on better structures like what it has not been done now, we will still face with the same challenges. So we are telling them that at least the call for a ban is not what we can do to salvage the situation. It's a leadership problem. People who are put in affairs are sleeping on their job. So why don't we call them so that they wake up, so that they can enforce the already existing laws?
President of the concerned Small Scale Miners Association, Michael Pepra, there. In a related development, the Media Coalition Against Galamsey is criticizing the slow pace at which the Lands Ministry is initiating processes for the criminal prosecution of Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Intribo-Siako, popularly known as Chairman Wuntumi. Here's convener of the coalition, Dr. Ken Ashibe.
16 days. There's been no arrest of somebody who there's ample evidence that has sinned against the Minerals and Mining Act. We have to stop the spider paradigm where it is only the small fry that are arrested. This is a criminal case.
You heard the convener for the Media Coalition Against Galamsey, Dr. Ken Ashibe. Still on the issue of illegal mining, millions of acres of land in Ghana are devastated by the menace. The International Growth Center estimates $250 million will be needed to reclaim such lands in the western region of Ghana alone. With sustainable management of the soil becoming crucial, a group of scientists in Ghana and Germany are using a fungus to bring life back to Ghana's degraded soils. Love FM's Kwesi Deborah has more on Tech Thursday.
Agape may refer to a true love affair between God and men, but for green plants and fungi, it is called symbiosis. Mycorrhizas, an important group of soil fungi, prefer to latch onto the plant's roots, supplying water and vital nutrients to the plant, while the plant supplies the fungi with sugars. In this affair, soil is not about emotions, but food. Though some fungi may prefer to make do on the surface, others will like to penetrate deep into the plant root cells. These are known as arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi, AMF. The German project partners picked a soil and root sample and isolated an AMF candidate. AMF help the plant to absorb the mercury and ensures optimum growth of the plant.
Mycorrhiza to help rejuvenate our soils and also take the heavy metal mercury from the soil to make the soil better for agricultural purposes. Today we have observed that the mycorrhiza has improved the rooting system of these plants, and hence there is the potential to develop this mycorrhiza into a commercial scale that can be used in all the galamsey sites to be able to take the mercury and rejuvenate our soils.
Reporter for Joy News, Kwesi Deborah.
Now to the NSMQ. Prempeh College's dream of winning the 2022 National Science and Maths Quiz Trophy for the 6th time to equal Presec's record was nearly derailed during the last quarterfinal contest on Wednesday evening. They survived a surprising late scare from a Bree Presby Senior High Technical School to qualify for the semis. Many NSMQ pundits thought it was going to be a two-horse race between Prempeh and Mauli School, but that did not happen as a Bree Presby Sectech rather stood toe-to-toe with the Amount Force. Maxwell Agbagba has more.
In the first round of the competition, every Presby Senior High Technical School took an early lead, leading with 5 points. That changed in the second round when Prempeh College led with 10 points. The problem of the day, round 3, proved to be a real problem of the day. Every Presby Senior High Technical School had 1 point, Prempeh College 0 points, Mauli School also had 1 point. By the end of the contest, Prempeh College won by just 6 points. They qualified for the semifinals. Listen to the gentlemen. Raise your voices loud and say, you can't contest with the GOAT, Lionel himself, and think you are going to win. So working. Listen carefully. We have a former guy called Terminator. Yes. That guy, next 2 years. Yes. And nothing to boast about. It's just the normal standard of Prempeh.
Well, Maxwell Agbagba speaking to the reigning champions who are hoping to win it for the 6th time. Well, there will be 3 quarter-final contests today. The last one promises to be thrilling. It will feature Presec Legon, Accra Academy and Pope John SHS. It will be live on Joy News and Joy Prime.
The 2022 National Science and Maths Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with APSA Ghana and supported by Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance, Airtel Tigo. The broadcast of the National Science and Maths Quiz on Joy News is supported by Virtual InfoSec Africa, Virtual Security Africa, Vitamilk, Cowbell, Alumni by Enterprise Life, Fatex Toilet Roll, Ace Medical Insurance, Azar Group, Kings Group Limited, Family Health Medical School, DBS, ZNZ, the Basto School, Koba, and Lumitrust.
And that's how we end this edition of Joy News at 6. Thanks for your company. Do log on to myjoyonline.com for more news. I am Bernice Abu-Baidoo Lansah. The Super Morning Show continues.